I have a drink here with me today. I have a lift. I'll see if I can open it close enough to the microphone. Cheer that.
That sounded like that video where the guy's like, nice.
Oh, Michael Rosen. Michael Rosen is my life.
I have not heard of any of this.
Lift the jug, drink some more, what a drink. Nice. Seriously, Brad, do you not know who Michael Rosen is?
Should I? I don't know.
Yes,
I
you
don't
should.
think I've heard of him.
Oh my goodness. This is like, just go on his channel for like a whole weekend and just look at all the videos.
I think I've seen this guy's face before.
And people like edit YTPs of him and everything.
Oh, I've seen this guy, yeah. This is from the Nice video.
Yeah.
That's all I know him from. You want me to spend a weekend on this
Yeah,
YouTube channel?
just spend a weekend.
Sounds like a productive weekend.
Trust me, it's worth it.
Of course. How could it not be? How
Like,
could spending a weekend on YouTube not be worth it?
I literally have like half of these videos just memorized in my head. Just for daily knowledge.
They're all like a minute long.
I know like the 4-minute one off by heart. I'm totally legit right now. Like there's one called No Breathing in Class. I can recite that easy.
Have you considered you've made bad choices in your life?
No.
So the choices in your life that led to you memorizing a 3-minute Michael Rosen video, you think it completely okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once we had a teacher that was so strict, we weren't allowed to breathe in her class. Just sit out there all day and go, no breathing.
I wanted to ask you guys, you know how like people who have their voices recorded and then play it back, they like hate their voice? Do you guys have that after you've started a podcast?
Yes.
Oh yes, I hate my voice.
Really?
I sound so different to what I think I do. It's really weird.
You have that reason as well?
Oh yeah. Hell yes.
I used to have that, but like as I've spent hours and hours editing my own voice,
Just gotten used to it.
I don't know. I don't have that thing going anymore. Ugh, this lift is giving me burps. Maybe it would be a bad idea to have a lift because I'm going to be burping through this whole podcast now.
Should just cut them all out and then put together a compilation of your burps at the end of the podcast.
The Keeping Show episode 7. Just the burps.
Are we gonna like start or what?
Yeah. We're never going to start. This is let's just talk about crap. Let's just talk about our lives for the whole podcast.
Okay, let's start.
Bryce, would you like to tell us about how wrong you were on last episode?
Well, seems that the holidays have done something to my precious brain.
No, you're just dumb. Don't blame the holidays.
Alright, so I said that the movie 13 by 13 was 300 Australian dollars. And it is actually 300 US dollars. I don't know what I was thinking, but
That's
300
not
US
acceptable.
dollars. That's equivalent to 417 Australian dollars. So
We all agree that that's not acceptable.
That is not acceptable at all.
Guys,
Bryce.
we have an announcement. We're kicking Bryce off the podcast, so yeah.
I'm sorry, Bryce, but this is your final episode. It's like Survivor. The hosts have voted. Well, now that we've just corrected Bryce on that petty mistake, I would like to convict myself of a rather bigger mistake. We did the 2015 summary last episode.
Yeah.
And if keen-eared listeners would have noticed, we missed something pretty big. We missed
The Colombian Feet Records. Oh my god, why did we miss it? Oh.
I know.
Jeez.
I felt terrible after I recorded that episode. I thought the Colombian Feet World Record holder deserved so much more.
Well, yeah, what's his name? Anderson Ortegon Gomez. I'm so sorry.
What we did miss was that day when 3 world records were broken. It was even in the notes. We just skimmed over it. So, Reese, would you like to tell us about what you did wrong last episode?
Oh yeah. Six blind people. So, not just Brock Hammond, who's one of my good friends. Also, Bryson as a party, who I met at Nationals 2014. And Tom Nelson, who I've never met, but he's cool. Yeah.
They are people in the continent who have done 6x6 blind.
So yeah. Trying to avoid mistakes here.
Yeah, gotta correct all the mistakes.
Yup.
Henceforth, we should have a quest where everything we get wrong, no matter how frivolous, should be corrected in the next episode. It's like the corrections section.
Yeah.
That's it for follow-up. We blasted through that.
Alright. let's talk about 60 FPS, the feature.
I was watching.
Oh, what the hell?
That's going in the
God.
compilation.
This is why I shouldn't drink a lift while I'm recording a podcast.
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
Moving on. I was watching a Chris Olsen video, and Chris Olsen's kind of known for his high quality camera work in his YouTube videos.
Low quality, small YouTube channel. 5
Yeah.
subs.
Who's this Chris Olsen guy? He makes
please.
good stuff. I was watching one of his solve videos. Might have been... Was it 2x2 solve? And it was in 60 FPS. And I thought, 60 FPS cubing videos? I would like more of them.
I uploaded 60 FPS.
I'm proud of you, Reese. You're
welcome.
joining the effort to make 60 FPS cubing videos everywhere. Someone somewhere said that people should use GoPros to record their solves. Yes, that is also a good recommendation. If you're recording your solves, use a GoPro.
I
It's
do
such
too.
a good angle.
I do too. So I'm in the good books.
Yeah, Reese obviously makes the best quality cubing YouTube videos.
Yeah, only
doesn't he?
my lighting sucks, so nobody can actually see anything because there's just this huge shadow of the camera. So. Oh well.
60 FPS in general, though.
It's pretty sexy.
Sometimes when I'm watching a YouTube video, it'll automatically switch to 60 FPS when my internet's surprisingly not crap.
And it just gives you that feeling of oh yeah,
that buzzing feeling. What the hell was that?
Alright, let's talk about yet another tied FMC world record.
Yet another tied FMC world record. Are there more that I don't know about?
No.
Am I this out of touch with the cubing community?
Technically 4 people have the average now, so that's pretty crazy.
I'm not talking about average though, I'm talking about single.
Yay! So Marcel Peters, who not many people know about, got the FMC world record of 19 moves, which is an okay job. I'd say it's okay.
Yeah, world record, okay.
Yeah.
This is tied with Tim Wong, who had held the world record previously. Of 19 moves, yeah.
But that's okay, because Tim Wong doesn't know anything about FMC, so we don't care about him. Yeah, so Marcel Peters. Cool stuff.
Have you done FMC, Reese?
I can't be bothered to practice FMC, even though I know pretty much all the advanced techniques people use, so...
Have you ever competed in it?
Yeah, I've competed in it 3 times and DNFs 3 times.
That's amazing.
Yeah, first one was because I messed up. Second time was because I messed up. Third time is because I ran out of time trying to work out this OLL from a different angle.
How do you run out of time doing an FMC solve? You have an hour.
I was trying to be fancy, okay? Unlike you CFOP people who probably get 69 moves. Brandon Michael.
Well, I'm pretty much the opposite for Reese. I have absolutely no idea about anything to do with FMC, but I've tried it before, and it has not worked.
I did FMC once, and I got all 3 solves, so I'm not even going to talk about what the numbers for those solves were. I just got all of them, so that's an achievement in itself.
Yeah, and you're 10th, less than 10th in Oceania for FMC.
Yeah, it's because, a dozen people have competed in FMC in Oceania.
Yeah, so, I should hopefully be hosting a comp soon, which should have FMC mean of 3, so... I'm just gonna get a 35 average there and just whoop everybody. Yeah. But I don't practice, so.
Is this comp going to be in Melbourne?
Yeah.
God damn it. Just move out to Sydney for a day, why don't you?
Yeah, I'll go to one of Jay's comps, probably. Jay's comps are cool. The rest are absolutely terrible. They're 2, 3, 4 pyramid cube, yay.
Whereas Jay's events are...
Everything but feet. Pretty much.
Well, that's everything you need, isn't it?
Feet 4 and 5 blind, pretty much. But the comp that I'm hosting should have 2, 3 OH pyramid cube plus newly added clock, square 1, Mega Minx, and FMC mean of 3.
Are you gonna have 6x6?
Possibly. We don't know.
Possibly. Just for you. Just to treat yourself.
6x6 is cool and all, but square 1 is where it's at.
All the cool kids do square 1.
And don't hate on me, please, but I don't actually mind clock. Like, it's not like my main event or anything, but I can bear
I
clock.
feel like clock will be one of those things that you'll like shortly get bored of because you're just like doing the same thing again.
Yeah, I can't do long averages on clock, but short averages, yeah. Anyway, let's talk about something other than stuff. How did this become, since we were talking about FMC? Anyway, let's talk about Pat Ricky Ponke. Once again, Brandon Michael.
A what? I'm out of touch.
Brandon Michael's how to pronounce Cuba's name thing.
Oh, yeah, that.
Pat Ricky Ponke.
I need to watch those videos again. Those are hilarious.
Sorry, I just gotta say, my favorite out of all of them is Kevin Costello III. Is Kevin Costello, I.
So Patrick Ponce got a solve, a very fast solve, a 5.9 solve, which was sub 6, so it's noticeable. Sub 6 is like the magic number now.
His second sub 6 in 2 months, by the way.
Is it? What was his first?
5.92.
Amazing.
That wasn't on cam though. So yeah, this one is.
This one's official though, so
Yeah.
that's it.
No. He got another official 5.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Anyway, it was full step and had less than 4 seconds of inspection, as most people, including myself, pointed out.
Yeah.
Which was absolutely stupid because he probably could have like one looked the whole solve
Yeah.
if you
Pretty
spent
much, yeah.
times. Okay. But yeah, cool stuff.
You were talking about last time, where you said there's like a bunch of people who are walking up on getting the world record, who people haven't heard of.
Yeah.
A lot of people have heard of Patrick Ponce. He was like one of the top people at US Nationals.
Yeah. And he's only 13, by the way. It's pretty cool.
But he's not like up there. When people say list the top Cubas, not many people would say Patrick Ponce. So this is like one of those people who are.
Yeah.
Almost there, like almost at the top.
It's like a race to the
Yeah.
top.
Yeah, but did I mention like Jacob Keeper last time?
Yeah,
Feet world record holder has like a sub 7 average on cam. Like, who thinks
Yeah.
about him? I mean, really.
this is big news coming up here. We talked about the 22 by 22 by 22 Rubik's Cube last time. Wasn't much of a cube last time, it was a bunch of pieces that theoretically could fit together to make a cube. But
Yeah.
now it has been assembled into said cube, as announced by Corin Puzzle on Facebook and later in a YouTube video. He assembled it, and it has been stickered, and it turns-ish, and it's
Ish.
glorious.
Oh, and by the way, it took him 18 hours to assemble the whole thing after its third explosion.
That would have sucked.
Yeah.
Sitting there for 18 hours knowing it could explode at any moment.
Yeah, like, sometimes I have trouble sorting the pieces out on a 7x7, with, like, the right wings and the left wings and everything. So, and you gotta think, like, that has, what, kind of, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 types of pieces or something like that. And this will have, like, way more, so,
Yeah.
yeah, painful.
He did although 18 hours is a long time, that is, like, relatively quick, considering it takes me 2 hours to assemble a 6x6.
Yeah. And it's actually hilarious, because just in the time-lapse, you can see him at just this one point practicing clock for a while.
He must have been so bored to have to practice clock.
Clock.
For Silver Spire. How bored must you be to want to practice clock willingly?
Feel
sorry for him.
I guess.
So yeah, he put out this video on his YouTube channel, kind of announcing it and saying some stats. He said, like, the amount of scrambles it was. What was it? 4.3 times 10 to the 1,795 scrambles.
And for all you preschoolers in math, that is like 4.3 times 1 with 1,795 zeros on the end of it. I'm pretty sure you can't even fit that onto a single page of
Yeah.
Microsoft Word, so that's pretty amazing.
For all you preschoolers out there. All the preschoolers listening.
Yo. I worked out the formula to work out last layer on 3x3 the other day.
What do you mean, the formula?
The formula, like, how it can be mathematically proven that the amount of last layer algorithms on a 3x3 is 15,552. Wait a second, I can do this. Wait.
Here at the Cubing Show, we're not nerds at all.
4 factorial power of 2 times
Now Reese is writing up math on the show notes.
Yeah, I'm really bored right now.
4
Okay.
factorial to the power of 2 times 6.
To the power of 4.
To the power
and
of
then
4.
all of that.
There's always
divided by
some
F.
point in every episode where
Where we talk about math.
yeah.
Bam. That's it. Right there, people.
This is great podcasting, guys. Thanks for writing up all that maths, Reese.
Welcome.
Corin Puzzle on going back on topic. Corin Puzzle on this video, he did a checkerboard pattern on the 22x22, which he said it took 3 hours.
And in my opinion, that's justified because you gotta remember it's a 22x22, which means it's even, so it takes longer to make a checkerboard than a regular kind of like odd puzzle.
It would, wouldn't it?
Yep. And it depends what kind of checkerboard he did. I know if he did the one where it's only checkerboarded on 4 sides, or the one where it's kind of like half checkerboarded on two of the sides, but then like full checkerboarded on 4 sides.
Did you see the turning of this cube on his video? It looked ripe to explode.
Yeah.
It looked like when he's turning it, you can see the pieces kind of like going up and down, the tiny little centerpieces. Like
Yeah.
he needs to push them back in. It didn't look pleasant to turn this thing.
I couldn't imagine how scared he would be.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be actually terrifying.
I would not, like, I was thinking, if someone brought this cube to a competition or something, I would not turn that cube, seriously. Not that anyone would bring this cube to a competition, because let's be honest.
Yeah.
But if I had the opportunity to turn this cube, I would not turn this cube.
I would pick it up like a couple centimeters off the table and then put it straight back down.
And then he would drop it, and then it would like explode, and then
Oh.
he would be that guy.
Standing there in front of, like, 2,000 pieces of a dead 22x22.
Yep, BJ Bryce. That was actually my prediction of the largest cube ever, so once again I was right.
Yeah, hang on, no, you're not right yet. Last time you predicted that the largest cube at the end of 2016 would be the 22x22.
Oh, fair enough.
There's still time left. In fact, there's a lot of time left. There's like 11 months left.
And you think he's gonna build like a 30x30 and just watch it explode for like another 50 billion times?
Well, it's not impossible, is it? I mean, someone could print out a 23x23.
Yeah, shut up, I'm right.
Sorry, Reese is right. He is never wrong. Especially because he said in the video it's made with a low-end consumer 3D printer, were his words.
Yeah,
So-
and the amount of views he'd probably get on that video could like make himself a new one. But yeah,
It's already got like 500,000 views, and then coupled with the explosion views.
yeah, it's not bad.
It's more like economically sound to just build it and blow it up 1,000 times, and he gets 1 billion views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at the comments on this video, someone said, "Most useless thing I've ever seen."
Fair enough.
Is it fair enough?
What are you talking about? That's not useless. Just sit there, just casually solve a 22x22, you know?
He's not
Yeah.
gonna scramble it. If like
No.
he's not gonna be the first one, and he won't be the last one either.
Who would scramble this? Seriously. He also did a size comparison on the cube. He like put a 3x3 and a 4x4 and a 5x5 on top of it and said, it's about the size of a 3x3 and 4x4, 5x5 combined in a bit. And
Yeah.
like the corner pieces on this cube, because of
Yeah.
manufacturing reasons, you need to make the corners bigger than the rest of the pieces. The corner pieces are just massive. They're enormous. They are the size of a 3x3.
When you take this cube apart, I bet it won't be hard to find the corners instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you could beat a man to death with these corners. They are huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the turning on this, it just looks terrible, the turning. It looks absolutely terrible.
It needs Vaseline.
Yeah, it definitely needs Vaseline. That's how you fix all your cubes.
Dan Brown, eat your heart out. Yeah.
Did you guys ever put Vaseline in your cubes?
I actually did. Like, it was like this really, really old cube that I had, like, pretty much all my life, for all I could remember. And it was like, you know those hexagonal cubes that have 2
Yeah.
flat sides? Yeah, it was like one of them. And I had a normal 3x3 on the way, and I really wanted to get, like, a silicone lube to put in it, but I just couldn't wait, like, because the turning was so terrible, so I put Vaseline in it. And it did make it smoother, but not faster. And it went all black.
I didn't actually get my first bit of lube until I averaged around 15 to 16 seconds.
Really?
True
Wow,
fact.
really?
Yeah, I waited a long time. But then I got like all weights from the cubicle. and they all ran out. Made me sad. But now I have, like, all of them again, so that makes me happy. Wait
A
4.
tale of sadness and happiness from Bruce Campbell.
Dude, but Wait 4 is, like, my favorite thing right now. Wait 4
Really?
is so good. Yeah, because using the hashtag Sayo the King over lubing style, you just basically dump, like, a whole vial of, Wait 4 into your cube. That turns terribly, and then you just do 100 souls, and bam, your cube is so good.
I do that with weight 5, but I put a tiny bit of weight, because the only loops that I have from the cubicle is weight 5 and weight 1. Originally,
okay.
I bought the weight 5 to put in the core and weight 1 to put on the pieces. But what I do now is I put weight 5 on both the core and the pieces, and I put a tiny bit of weight 1 on the pieces as well to just sort of mix and make it a bit lighter.
At first, I didn't really understand that, but now I so do. Like, heavier lubes on the pieces actually make your cubes so good. If you want to, like, trade off kind of smooth turning for speed, then definitely go with a heavier lube. But then just, like, mix them together and you get the best of both worlds. So, yeah.
We are 30 minutes in, and we have not touched the first topic yet.
Wow.
So, good thing we have, like, no notes on these topics, although knowing us, we'll probably go on for an hour on these topics. So, first thing I just wanted to bring up, so, for a long time, there has existed a method for 2x2, which is considered a step up from the layer-by-layer method. It is canonically called Ortega, although recently, started by Chris Olsen, there has been a call from the rebels to call it the Verasano method, named after the man who invented it. What was his name?
Joe Verasano.
Joe Verasano.
Pretty sure.
Okay. So, Chris Olsen brought this, he made a video and he brought it to the community's attention, basically saying, this guy named Joe invented it, he should be honoured in its name. Ortega shouldn't be its name, it should be Verasano after the guy who made it. What are your thoughts on this, Bress? Start with you.
I think I don't know, I guess.
Do you think the name should be Verasano or Ortega?
I don't know, I guess I would prefer it to be Ortega, actually. Because, I don't know, so many people are just used to it. And it would be kind of annoying. Like, if you're, like, talking to someone, and then you, like, keep on accidentally calling it Ortega. I don't know, I just think it confuses it. Like, he can get recognized without the actual technique of the, without the actual name of the technique to be named after him.
Yeah, no, but seriously, who the heck remembers the word Verasano? I mean, that's a 4-syllable word right there. But I actually can't talk because Ortega's actually 3 syllables, so...
Yeah, that's a pretty weak argument, Rose.
Yeah. We should call it Varas Ortega.
Flawless. if you've got 2 options to choose from and you can't decide, just combine them. That works 100% of the time.
That's 5 syllables.
Oh, Varas Ortega. Oh, shoot. Yeah, just go with Ortega. I mean...
Just go with Ortega.
Yeah, like, if you ask a non-keeper, do you use the Verasano method for 2x2? And they go, no, what is it? And you're just like, look it up. Are they gonna remember it when they get home? No.
No.
Ortega, very, very easy word to remember.
Is it? Is it that much easier to remember over Verasano?
Yes.
I guess it is easier, but not a lot easier.
I think you just think it's easier to remember because it's already ingrained in your brain more than Verasano is. So your brain's like tricking you into thinking that it's more memorable.
Yeah.
I'd still think Ortega's kind of more memorable. Because for some reason, Ortega reminds me of Omega, which is like the measure of resistance in science.
And also the name of the 5th generation Pokemon games. 6th generation, sorry.
Also a watch company.
Oh yeah. But seriously, do you think Ortega's should be the word?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
I think there's no point in changing it after there's been like years of people calling it Ortega.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of have this thing going with the CFOB method. The original creator, Jessica Friedrich, It's sometimes called the Friedrich method, but most of the time it's called the CFOP method.
I actually call it the Friedrich method most of the time. Like when someone asks me, how do you solve a Rubik's Cube? I say I use this method called the Friedrich method.
I say Friedrich if I want to be fancy.
Well, I guess it does make you sound more fancy, so...
Alright guys, I'm doing a little experiment right now. I just typed in Friedrich into Google Chrome, and I've also typed in CFOP into Google Chrome. Now let's see what comes up with more results.
CFOP
And it's CFOP by an absolute mile. It's like CFOP by about 350,000. So definitely more people say CFOP.
The Wikipedia page for the method is hang on. Is it CFOP? Yeah. The Wikipedia page says the CFOP method, sometimes known as the Friedrich method. So
Notice the sometimes.
Sometimes known as.
Yeah, I think Wikipedia has the defining hammer here, saying only sometimes is it called Friedrich.
Yup.
But I think this is a good demonstration of the happy medium of being able to call something different in the creator's name and still knowing the creator. Like, that you can have the name of the method be Ortega and have people know that Joe Verasano invented the method.
Yeah, 90% of people who use CFOP know that Jessica Friedrich created it. I mean, most people do.
So even Chris Olsen's thing, bringing this up now, should be Verasano. Now I bet 1 billion times more people know that the creator is
Joe
Verasano. And if that was his aim, then he's basically achieved that, even if widespread usage hasn't yet occurred.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still going to be calling it Ortega. Even though I don't use Ortega anymore, so CLL for the win. Am I right, Brad?
You are certainly correct, Reese, in saying that. CLL for life, as the kids say.
For life. But is the 4 a number?
Yeah, it's 4 and then life with a Y. Is there any other way to spell that?
Absolutely not.
No, not at all. So the topic I wanted to bring up, I was, like, as people with this hobby generally end up with, like, a couple dozen cubes when you're a cuber. You have, like, a bunch of 3x3s and 4x4s, a couple big cubes, you know?
Yep.
And so, in a short amount of time, storing these cubes becomes a problem.
Oh, you can say that again.
So, I guess I wanted to know, where do you store your cubes and why? Reese?
I have, like, my desk and all my cubes in some strategic order which makes it look actually pretty neat.
So you just have them sitting on your desk?
Yeah, they all kind of fit in though, but I've made it really compact, so like 40 cubes or whatever only takes up like a really small portion of my desk.
Are they within reaching distance right now, Reese?
No, I'm sitting at my PC, so no.
Oh, you have 2 desks?
Yeah, well, this is a different room. My desk's in my bedroom, so yeah. But yeah, it's pretty good, I would say. I've also got like my mains off to one side, which kind of sucks though, because since I do every event, I have a ton of mains. So, yeah, that's kind of annoying and everything. But a fun fact to know about me is I have currently more functioning 7x7s than 4x4s.
Interesting, Reese.
Well,
Yes.
We should do a fun facts to know about me podcast, because that wouldn't be deathly boring at all, and not narcissistic at all.
I actually have some pretty good fun facts, I'm not gonna lie.
Bryce, where do you store your cubes?
just going straight on. So pretty much, I have my cubes in 2 separate places in my room. I have, you know that Speed Stacks bag which comes with the timer and the mat when you get it?
Yep.
Yeah, I have my main cubes in that Speed Stacks bag on my bedside table.
Once again, I would do that, but I have too many mains, so no.
Yeah, I couldn't fit everything in there. Unless you just pick, like, your mains for your main events, like 2, 3, and 4, and then put them all in
so now I have to fit my cube, my square 1, my 6 and 7 in that bag. That's still not going to be, like, preferable.
Or you can just pick different main events. I mean, that's obviously the desirable option here.
Nah.
Like, all I have in here right now is I have my 3x3, 2x2, 4x4, 5x5, OH, main, Megamix, Pyramix, and Scube. And
You're so bland. Get a life.
Yeah, and then all my other cubes, like cuboid stuff and big cubes and other shapeshifters and whatever, is in my closet.
You have cuboids?
No, I don't have cuboids, but I got Siamese cubes from my uncle for Christmas, and I have other weird things. I don't even know what's in there.
I store my cubes. I'm currently on my computer desk recording, but I have an upstairs desk, and that has a big drawer in it that I basically just dump all my cubes. Everything goes in there. There's no rhyme or reason to any of it. It's not organized in any way. Just chuck them in there, you know?
Yeah.
It's freeing not to have to worry about organization.
Fair enough.
I also wanted to ask about boxes when you're storing cubes. So, like, every cube comes in a box, pretty much. And do you guys keep those boxes? Do you just throw them away? What do you do?
I used to throw them away, but now I keep them for now because it's actually really helpful with big cubes to lube the core. Because then you can just keep it in the box and take out the springs in the box, and then the cube doesn't fall apart. So that way you can just clever. That way you can just lube the springs, and you don't have to disassemble the whole thing. So yeah,
I had not thought of that. That is very clever.
Nice.
Yep.
What about you, Bryce?
I used to collect the boxes and keep them, but now I have thrown most of them out, and I just keep the boxes for my main speed cubes. I don't know why. I just don't really do anything with them. They just sit there. But it doesn't take up that much space. And I don't know, when I look at it, it just gives me memories of unboxing that cube, and it's like, yes.
Yeah, I used to keep them all, and I used to just have, my drawer full of Felix's face. It would just be Felix's face, Felix's face, Felix's face. Yeah, good times.
Yeah, that was basically my experience as well. I used to keep all the cubes, because I had some idea that I'd put all the cubes back in their box when I was done with them. Yeah. But for the cubes that I was using, frequently, my main 3x3 and 4x4 and stuff, they'd just, their box would just float around in there and get crushed by cubes flying into the drawer.
Fair enough.
So I did, a couple months ago, I did a big purge of all the boxes and got rid of all the boxes. So now it's just naked cubes without boxes.
Yeah, I'm so sad I was considering making a video of, me just getting, a sledgehammer or something and just destroying Felix's face on, the 700 boxes I had. And just, call it R.I.P. Felix. But unfortunately, I didn't get around to that, so oh well.
I'm waiting for that video.
Yeah.
Somebody out there make that video, please. I would watch that a dozen times.
Yeah, I'm really sad I didn't make that.
Unapologetically plastic.
Okay, so it's been a scene for about 4 or 5 years now that people like to retension and pre-lube their cubes for customers, and they send it to them for a little bit of an elevated price, and they are happy because they don't have to do anything. So it all started off with Lubix cubes, and they've been doing this for absolutely ages now. If you don't know, Speed Cube Shop, they make kind of lubed and pretension cubes as well for you. These are called Cam Cuber because the guy who runs the store, his name is Cameron, and he's a cuber, unsurprisingly.
And then more recently, there's been the Cubicle.us, who introduced what they call premium 3x3s. Which is where, I'm sorry for that burp. I'm not sorry, I'm kidding. I'm not sorry to offer that burp. They introduced recently.
That was a cold-blooded burp.
Cold-blooded burp.
That sounds really violent and gory.
That'd be an awesome idea for a Channel 9 TV show. It'd have that deep-voiced guy with the epic music in the background. The controversy.
The controversy.
See what Australia's talking about in the new cold-blooded burp. Hire me, Channel 9.
Quote-unquote, the most anticipated, unquote, show of 2016.
I could do a whole 2-hour podcast complaining about Channel 9 advertisements.
Oh, you want to do that? I would totally do that.
I don't know if it's Channel 9 or Channel 7, but have you guys seen the one where it's biggest TV show day of the year, Feb 1? And it's talking about how all these TV shows coming out, new series and stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a pretty bold thing to say in February.
Yeah, I know. Still a bit of the year to go. My favourite one was this new this show on Channel 9 called The Verdict, which when they got a bunch of Channel 9 hosts. This is what I'm telling from the advertisements. I haven't actually watched the show because I wouldn't stoop down to that level. But like the advertisements for this show, it's basically what I perceived as a bunch of Channel 9 hosts talking about mildly controversial topics. And the advertisement was completely overselling it, like the controversy, the drama, the action.
This will start World War III. Be prepared.
Oh my goodness.
What critics are saying about The Verdict.
Oh.
Critics are raving 5 stars, 8 out of 8 IGN.
That was so cringe.
Would watch again.
Well, we don't need to do that Channel 9 complaints podcast because we just did it.
Let's go. Oh yeah, right. Cubicle.
This podcast is great. Okay.
Swag.
Cubicle Premium 3x3s. So, yeah, basically the same thing. Pre-tension cubes. I think pre-stickered as well.
Yeah.
And you get the little logo thing. What are your guys' thoughts on these cubes? Like, Reese, would you buy one of these cubes? Why? What would persuade you to get one of these cubes over just lubing it yourself?
Being bored on a Saturday afternoon.
What?
You just spend a day lubing your cubes? Is that like a fun thing to do?
No, it isn't a fun thing to do, but it passes time. It's all about the moment when you turn that cube and you feel, that is a lubed cube. I lubed that cube.
Yeah, that is kind of satisfying, actually, once you've lubed it.
Yeah.
Yep. And
The
it used to be in
anticipation.
the days of like Zanchis and stuff when they weren't actually that good out of the box, and you would like lube them, and they just turned so good, and
Oh,
you would
yeah.
just be like, yes.
So, but would you buy one of these cubes?
No.
I wouldn't.
No.
Why? What? Like why? Also, they look too fast, and I like slow gummy cubes, so come at me.
I think you can get them lubed with different lubes, but like
Yeah,
to be honest, like I reckon lubing your cube and like just taking it apart and stuff is like the whole big part of cubing. Like just
Yeah.
just seeing what the pieces are like and how they contribute to the whatever aspect you
Turning.
want, the turning, corner cutting.
Bryce, you sound like a
Anti-popping.
psychologist right now. It's like you should spend less time buying cubicle premium cubes. Spend some time exploring your own cubes in your own time. Learn how they turn. Learn how they feel. Look what a torpedo does.
You should do that video series, Reese. Cubing therapy.
Cubing therapy.
Anyway, and also like for a couple dollars more, you can just get like I don't know even if it's cheaper, but like you could just get the separate parts, do it yourself, and then you would have more lube to use for another cube later. Like if
I think Chris Olsen did a calculation that a bottle of Traxxas 50K is probably gonna last you around about 2 years if you use it well. So getting something which is more expensive for like a while.
This is all like cognitive biases, like upfront cost. People look at the upfront cost and don't think about how much it'll cost long term.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, would you buy one of these cubes, Reese? Like, why would you buy one of these cubes?
No, I already said no.
Did you? Damn it, I'm slow. Sorry. Did I ask Reese or Bryce?
Brad, you're out of the podcast.
I'm out. God damn it. Now both of us are out of the podcast.
That's
fine.
It's just the Reese show.
You're fired. By the way, Bryce, you're editing now.
I'll leave.
Good luck. That's all I can tell you. Especially last episode. Jesus,
Oh,
that
man.
last episode was a mess. Absolute mess.
Okay.
Last episode we recorded for 2 hours, and it ended up being 1:20. A third of everything we talked about got cut out.
Alright, Bryce, would you buy a cubicle premium cube?
No, I would not.
Why's that?
Because, I think it's good to take apart the cube. It's fun. I guess it's fun. Like, it's not what you would do for hours on end, but, it's not that boring. And also, if you buy the parts separately and do it yourself, then you'll have spare parts, like more lube for later if you want to set up another
Yeah.
cube. So, yeah.
The only thing that I want them to do is just do pre-stickered cubes. Because, like, just pre-stickered cubes. Because,
Yeah.
my god, I've re-stickered 3 7x... Oh, no, only 2 7x7s in my life. And 1 6x6, and 3 5x5s, and a bunch of other stuff. And that takes a while. Boy.
I hate to admit this, but I have had a partially completed restickered 4x4 for about, I don't know, probably almost a year now. In Moyu Aosu, I've restickered 4 of the sides, and then I've still got the red and the green side to finish restickering. Luckily that I didn't peel all of the stickers off, so the Moyu shades for the green and red are still there. But yeah, it's been like that for so long, and I just haven't been bothered to resticker the rest of it.
I was about to start yelling at you about how unorganized you are, but then I remembered I've got a half-stickered Megaminx as well, so I can't really
yeah.
talk there.
My Megaminx was really difficult to resticker, because do you have the one with the ridges?
Yeah, I have the Diane Ridged.
Oh, that's so annoying for restickering, because I get in the way. It's like, so you can't actually put your blade on top of whatever.
There's also, getting back on topic, which seems to be a theme now, getting back on topic after going off of it.
We need to make a compilation at the end of the podcast saying, getting back on topic, getting back on topic, getting back on topic.
Yes. What's with you and compilations, Press?
I don't know.
You're doing all these edits.
It's just so funny.
I'll give you the audio file, and you're gonna edit it, because I'm not editing this.
Oh,
Wow.
alright, it's not worth it.
Getting back on topic.
Yeah.
To the pre-tensioned and lubed cubes. As Bryce said, like, it isn't exactly fun. Fun isn't the word you would use to describe setting up a cube yourself.
Yeah.
But I put the word satisfying down here. It's kind of like that, as in, once you've done, it's like, yes, I have done it. I feel accomplished. I feel productive. And it's also like the thing of, oh, this is my cube and I'm nurturing it like it's a little baby. Like, I got a new telephone a couple months ago. And there's this thing you can do with iPhones where, like, you can, like, from your old phone, back it up and then restore it to your new phone. But no, because I'm unproductive, what I did, I basically set this phone up as if it was a new phone, like logged into my iCloud account. Then instead of restoring it from a backup, I installed everything, rearranged my home screen again, got a new background, everything, all the works. Because there is a certain satisfaction in taking something that is completely new and completely untouched and forming it into something that you like.
Yeah,
and something
fair enough.
for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the end. Jesus.
Oh god. This episode's probably going to be like 3 minutes.
Yep, everything. If we cut out every time we went off topic, then yeah, this episode is like 30 seconds long.
Yep.
Now we do the post-show bit where I self-promote, pretty much. I got an email a couple days ago from Twitter saying, "The Cubing Show, : do you know how to tweet?" Which I thought was just a hilarious email, because someone who doesn't know how to tweet is not the kind of person who would be actually checking their email. Like, who has the technical competence to be able to set up a Twitter account, but then not be able to know how to tweet?
Probably me.
Yeah, I got that email. That is a long way to say that The Cubing Show now has a Twitter account. We are at The Cubing Show, as you might expect, twitter.com/The Cubing Show. And if you would like to receive updates for when these episodes go live, which, let's be honest, you do, go and follow us there, because that is a very good way to keep up to date with the show. You can also visit us on the web. We are cubing.show, that's the domain name. Email us, thecubingshow@gmail.com. Email us with your thoughts, topic suggestions, anything really. And rate the show on iTunes if you enjoyed it, which we hope you did. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.
Alright, everybody stop recording.